This is the case for the video camera. You open it up, you have the remote for the projector, the remote for the camera, and the microphone for the pass-through speakers. So the camera is in here, power cord is up here. So when we're done, I'm going to put these back where they came from. Cord up there, camera in here. Take this over. The camera's going to drop in here in quick release. Just make sure it sits tightly in there. Wiggle a little bit, make sure it's sitting tight in there. You take the power cord, this end, and it plugs in. You can open this up. Plugs in the bottom, it says DC. You plug it in there. And of course, the other end will plug into the three-way plug on the bottom.
Whoops, sorry, Jim.
And then you have to take the audio out plug, it's green, goes into the green matching plug back here. I also want to make sure we have a video card in here. We have two of these, so make sure we can rotate them. So make sure there is a video card, goes in here. Push it in, it'll stay. Click. All right, I'm going to tilt this so you can see it. The on-off switch is right up here. Turns the camera on. Well, you want to check also, once that's on, there's a selector switch here. Has 3 positions. You want to make sure it's in the middle position, which I have index marks here and up here. That is in the movie mode. Right, then you can point this down. You can see the screen. Point that down towards the podium. And you have a zoom control up top here. And you also do it on the remote. You can kind of get a rough, close approximation. You can tighten that up later. So you're going to see on the screen, we're going to, there's a little toggle, this thing here is a toggle switch and a set switch. So it moves up and down, left and right, and you push it into set. So what we're going to do is move this up and down, and you'll see different things on the menu here for the light, backlight, and such. So what you do is you go here to the exposure, and it defaults to automatic. So you push this in, you tap that button. Now it reverts to manual. And I have a cheat sheet on the back of the camera. It says set the exposure manual, jog right to +6 or 7. So we're gonna push this to the right and get this up to, you see the top of the screen, about 6 or 7. Then you'll have to probably adjust that depending on the light. You'll see it go to light and dark as the light changes. You might have to adjust this periodically. Once that's set, then you will jog it down again to the microphone setting there. This stays on manual as we have. I'm going to bring the microphone over to the podium. I'm going to test the microphone. Go down here to the soundboard. Okay, the headset's green. Here's the green for the headset there. Turn the channel on. I'm going to turn the microphone on. If you come back up to the screen on the camera, you're going to see the level on the microphone moving as I talk. Now you can keep that below 1 or 2 dots below. Here's good, below 12. Don't go above 12. You can adjust the volume by jogging this. Make sure you're in the microphone mode. Jog just to the right. And if it gets too high, jog it back to the left. You can also adjust to come back to the soundboard. On that channel, you'll see this row here. It says camera in. You come across to that channel. You can also turn it up a little bit here. It's very sensitive, so you have to be very careful how you do it. One way you can check is to plug these headphones into here, and you can listen. You'll hear if it's distorted. Then you can adjust your sound up here. But you've got a signal going in there. It's strong. It'll be fine. It's set. It'll pretty much stays where it is. So just make that sure that that's where it is. So I'm going to turn this mic off. Now, to record, very simple. Right in the back here, here's your start-stop button. Hit start, and you'll be recording. Record the whole sermon.
Get the little red dot.
And when you're done, you hit stop. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the camera memory only can record 37 minutes and change of video before it goes to another scene. So if you have a 45-minute, 1 hour sermon, you're gonna have two scenes when you go to copy this or edit this, all right? So, you'll have that. So again, I'm gonna create another scene. The red dot means you're recording right up here. So we're just recording a second scene. Now we're done. So now what we do is, over here, bottom of the screen to the far left is your playback record button. You hit the record button, that's gonna show you up here, this is the memory and the camera, my two scenes. If you jog this thing to the right, you're gonna see, go up there, SD card. It's reading the card, there's nothing in the card, all right? So go back to here. That's your camera memory. So what we wanna do is, you have to bring this down onto one of the scenes. Then you'll hit, there's a menu, it says function actually. It brings up the menu. Now your menu has different things. It'll tell you what it is, copy, select, cut, divide, whatever. You wanna go to the copy mode. Then you push the button in, select, and it's gonna give you a choice. This scene, all scenes on this date, or all scenes. You want to do all scenes this date because in case you forgot to erase last week's sermon, you won't have another scene to deal with that you have to try to discern or just worry like, why do I have 3 scenes instead of 2 or 4 scenes instead of 2? So just do all scenes this date. Push the button in, it'll tell you, it'll prompt you, say, you want to record, copy? Yes. Now it's going to copy all those scenes. All right, and you hit OK. And then you can shut down the camera and take everything home with you. Well, not everything home. You take the card home. You take the card out and you take this home and you edit off this card. You upload to YouTube. You can, once you've got that done and you're satisfied, you can erase this card on your computer and bring it back. Which means when you come set this, now your backup for that in case something happens is in the camera. All right. So this is why if we record directly to the card, there's no backup. It won't back up to the camera. You can only back from the camera to the card. So when you bring this back the following week, what you want to do now is you'll go here. We're in the, there's trash. We're going to trash all the scenes. Yes, all the scenes. Then we want to go make sure we are in, make sure check the memory in the camera. The first signal is the camera memory, the second one's the card. So we're going to do this, let's make sure. There's no scenes in it, so I did erase that. So I did not erase the card. If you forgot to erase the card, you can now erase the card. Just go the same thing, go to here, oops. You have to be on a scene before it'll let you do that. Trash. We're gonna trash all scenes. Now it's all clean. So you'll see it says no scenes on the SD card, and in the memory, there are no scenes in there. So now it's all ready to go. So you can turn the camera off. Now it will, when you turn it off, the exposure will default back to automatic exposure. So you'll have to go and make sure, like when you go back in, set the exposure to manual, and do your +6 or 7, whatever gives you the right amount of light. The microphone setting will stay the same, won't change. You pack it up, back in the case where it belongs, along with the microphone.